The KwaZulu-Natal Co-operative Governance and Traditional Affairs Department has urged residents of the northern parts of the province to be on alert. This after the South African Weather Service issued a warning in relation to high fire danger conditions in the northern areas. The warning comes after one person died from smoke inhalation. KwaZulu-Natal MEC for COGTA Thulasizwe Buthelezi is visiting the area today following the devastating fires. SABC News reporter Mlondi Radebe joins us from Eshowe. Good afternoon, Mlondi. What's the latest on your side?
Thank you very much, Nastasia. We are still here in the KwaZulu family, the one person that passed away on Sunday when the fire started, because you remember that the fire started on Sunday and it continued until Tuesday morning. But at least for now, the reports that we got is that the fires have been contained in the province of KwaZulu-Natal, even though they've issued the warnings from the department as well as from the South African Weather Service. But the large part of the district of KZN district in this area, hectares of land have been basically affected by this fire. We'll just rope in Nonala Ndlovu from the Department of Cooperative Governance and Traditional Affairs in KwaZulu-Natal. Nonala, thank you very much for your time. Briefly about the warning that was issued by the department, what does it mean in the province of KwaZulu-Natal?
Well, we received a warning from the South African Weather Service last night, and it indicated that there is a risk of wildfires today, and people must remain on high alert. So, as you have mentioned, we have seen the devastation that has happened, and what we can say and we can emphasize is that people must really be vigilant. Not even a spark of fire is needed during this time. We can already feel the wind is blowing, and in such conditions it's very easy for the wind to get out of hand, and if there is a fire, then the devastation becomes immeasurable. So that warning for us is helpful, because we can then say to the people, please mind your actions, and whatever you do, don't start a fire, because we are going to see what we've seen in the last week.
Also, Nonala, if you can just mention the areas that were affected in the province of KwaZulu-Natal, because we understand that it's KZN, also the Zululand part. Which other areas that have been affected?
We received quite a number of reports. The area of Herigwala, the Herigwala district, the COGTA area on the border between KZN and Eastern Cape, they were affected. The area in Otsugela, Okahlamba, they were affected. There were areas, there was even Umngeni municipality, there were families that were affected there, and I think even at Amajuba and Umzinyati. So a large area of KwaZulu-Natal was affected by these fires.
What can be done to try and avoid this kind of fire? Because we understand that also some were mentioning that people must stop just throwing a cigarette stumpies out of the moving cars.
The other reason for these types of fires is people trying to make fire breaks. And it's important, when you do a fire break, you don't do it under windy conditions. It must be on a day where there is no wind at all that you can do a fire break. You can try and do a fire break. But other than that, it's a matter of people being vigilant and not using fire or matches or cigarettes and throwing them willy-nilly without considering what may happen.
We also understand that the MEC, Reverend Thulasizwe, is coming to this family. What is the plan of the Department of Cooperative Governance in relation to this family?
Well, the Department of Cooperative Governance and Traditional Affairs, our responsibility is the immediate relief to be provided to the family. So we are bringing some immediate relief to assist the family to carry on with their life and maybe to even assist during the funeral. But there are other departments who have already started doing work as well in support of the family. You can see in my background there is a slab being constructed. The Department of Human Settlements is already starting to build a temporary shelter so that the family will be able to be accommodated. So in terms of of our department as such, Cooperative Governance and Traditional Affairs, it's the immediate relief, blankets, some practical things that one will need if their household has been burnt down. So that's what we will provide today. Reverend Thulasizwe will not only do that in this family. There are other families that we are going to visit, about 5 of them, where we are going to provide immediate relief. But in total, we're going to provide relief to at least 20 households so that they will be able to carry on with their lives. Even though life cannot go back to what it was, but at least they can carry on and have food and have the necessities.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for your time.
Thank you.
There was a Nonna Landlovu from the Department of Cooperative Governance in KwaZulu-Natal briefing us, Nastasia, about the issues that they also trying to assist the families. But you'll remember that also this family now, they've got basically assistance from the Department of Human Settlement that are starting to build a shelter for them in the meantime, because we understand that all their rondavels were burnt down during the fire, and they now without a shelter and they don't have clothing. So the Department of Human Settlement also is trying to assist them in the meantime so that they will be able to get the shelter. Will understand that when the funeral, maybe towards the weekend, they will have a funeral, they will need a house where they will put the body so that they will have a night vigil, and then in the morning they will have the funeral. Back to you in studio, Anastasia.
Thank you so much to SABC News reporter Mlondi Radebe crossing to us from Eshowe in KZN.